Serious? Hi guys, Next here from Greedy Dragon Brewing. Welcome back to another episode. Happy homebrew any day, because any day is a great day for homebrew. And today, of course, is no exception. So, as you saw from my intro, I was doing a mini mash. I was making an Australian styled pale ale. And while I was doing my mash, yes, indeed, I dropped my digital thermometer into the mash. I'll play that again in slow motion so you can see it. Yeah man, so that frickin' sucks. So, made for an interesting brew day. Aside from that, I spilt probably 2 to 3 liters of my wort as I was pouring it into my primary fermenter. It was just one of those days. You know, usually I try to be a little bit more organized when I throw down a beer. And this time I found out my wife was running late for work, so I was like, okay, well I'll just go home, I'll grind up some grains, and I'll throw down a beer while I have an opportunity. And you know, sometimes it just doesn't pay to rush things. So it was one of those brew days. I think we've all had them where things just don't seem to go right, but I'm proud to say that it's happily bubbling away. Yes, a little lower ABV than I was shooting for. Probably come out to about 5%. I think the final gravity was about 1.044 or 1.046, right around that ballpark. So a little bit lighter of a beer than I had really anticipated, but hey, you know, it's all a learning experience. Anyways, it's been a great week. You know, things have been busy, but they're all kind of settling down, getting into the groove towards Christmas. And I came home the other day to some frickin' beer mail, baby. Yeah, I got a package from JMCMLXX. Jay's Brewing. I've had his beers before and he's a phenomenal brewer, and he sent me a couple bottles, so I'm going to pull them out now. One is a Belgian experimental beer, 6.9% ABV. I know nothing about these beers at all, but I am eager to throw them in the refrigerator and try it. You got a Cascade IPA. This is coming in at 6.1% ABV. And the muchly anticipated 17 Brew Crew Nut Brown Ale. I'm really excited about this. There's a local brewery that the Nut Brown Ale is their flagship beer. For the 17 Brew Crew, I was really pushing to have a recipe made for this type of beer. And as you know, it's on my brewing agenda. It's my next beer to be thrown down. So I am very excited to try this. This is going to be probably one of my next beer showcases. So thank you, Jay. I'm going to be sending a beer back to you, and then we can compare and do a little tweaking, because that's going to be one of my mainstays in my pipeline. Also, a little bit of excitement. I picked out a beer pack. This is a signature series, a brewer's choice, I guess, from Big Rock Breweries in Calgary, Alberta. So there was 4 different beers in this. This is the Foulmouth ESB, and this is 5.5% ABV. And then there is a Dunkelweizen. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I apologize. 5% Smoke Rogan beer, which I'm planning on trying to make one of these. Rye beers happen to fall into one of my favorite categories. This is a Brewmaster's Edition. Very nice beer. And the one that I've been itching to try, this is the Hibernation Ale. Also from the limited edition Brewmaster series, this is 6.0% ABV, and I'm going to read off the description. You'd wonder if our brewmaster wasn't preparing for his own hibernation after concocting this recipe for this fall ale. Elder, juniper, wild strawberries, dandelion root, birch bark, maple sugar, rose petals, and honey round out the wild and sweet experience that you get from this beer. Combination of black caramel and pale malts give a rich brown color, and its flavors are complex, woody, and balanced with subtle floral notes. Hold off hibernation for now. There's a fall beer to share with friends. So when I pulled this out of the box, I knew that this was one that I was going to have to try. So this one is nicely chilled, hopefully not over chilled, because I want to get all of those nice fruity notes. I'm going to crack this open right now. I've been excited. I'm sharing this with you. Nice little hiss there. I love the bottles. You know, we've got so many beers out there now that are overdone in terms of packaging and so forth. This whole series, look at that. Nice brown, plain brown labels there. But, you know, you don't need the label to make the beer, right? It's just kind of nice. It's got a throwback feel. So there's decent carbonation on there. You can see that there's very little head on that. Just a tiny little cap. It's kind of a dark honey amber color. A little bit of a snowstorm going on there. Very clear. Absolutely clear. A little hazing up on the glass, and that's just because the beer is cold. Now, let's get some aroma. Wow. Right away, you're getting that hint of berry. You're getting little notes of strawberry. I can pick that up right away. Sweetness from the malts. I am getting little floral notes, but definitely some strawberry, probably that juniper. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know, we have a lot of aromatic, you know, hoppy type of beers. We have our kind of banana-y German beers. This is kind of a really nice fruity balance. Kind of throws me back to kind of a nice blush wine or a rosé. And going in for the taste, good carbonation up front. You get this subtle sweetness from the malt. It's not too sweet, so you are getting the fruitiness as it passes over your palate, but it's not something that it's like, wow, you know, I can only have a little bit of this. It clears up nicely, and it finishes a little bit like a pleasant dryness. But yeah, as it's passing over your tongue, you're getting a whole different level of complexity as it passes. You're in a little bit of bitter, a little bit of that strawberry note, a berry hint, almost a dark fruit, maybe. I don't know if it's like a currant. You're getting a little bit of brightness, maybe floral notes from the yeast, and just a really pleasant finish as it passes through your palate. This is a really nice, unique beer. A little bit lighter in body. So you'd think with the darker color and stuff that you get more of a thicker feel in your mouth. But this is really the right balance, because it really does pass over. It leaves that fruitiness, but then it clears itself away. So, well done. If you have a chance, you live in Canada and you can get your hands on Big Rock Brewery's Master Series, the Hibernation Ale. It's very unique. I'm looking forward to trying some of the rest of the beers I've had some of their packs in the past, different styles of beer. It's nice to see them being a little more crafty, engineering different beers that you can pick up and try. Well done, well done. Let's just pull those back. So anyways, that's all I have for today. I'll probably put together some bits and pieces of the footage from my brewing experience, grinding up the grains and so forth from my Australian style pale ale, but like I said, it was a little bit of a disaster. We can all relate, and son of a bitch, you know, I have to get a new digital thermometer because mine is pooched. And I got the nut brown ale that's still on the horizons, and talks in the works for some more joint beer projects. So that is really, really exciting. I'd like to say a special welcome to all my new subscribers, those from the Chaotic Angels and those from the internet that have found my channel and have stuck with me even through my hibernation period. We're heading into fall, so there's going to be lots of brew videos, lots of tasting videos, and some more do-it-yourself projects coming up. This is Greedy Dragon Brewing. Come on over, pull up a chair, and have a beer with me. Cheers, and 17.